Well, it started a few years ago. It's been an evolving role. So I did some work with the clinical, the PCT, which was the predecessor organisation, and I enjoyed representing my peers in OB in Wigston, and also having an opportunity to use what I learned from my patients in my consultations and visits and telephone calls through the week, dealing with clinical issues and hearing about how people are doing in their visits to hospitals, in their interaction with district nurses and so on. I spent 3 years in psychiatry after I left my initial training. And during those 3 years, I watched my wife do her GP training and saw the excitement that she had about going to work, and I saw the variety that she was having to deal with. So from young babies in their first few days of life to the very elderly, perhaps coming to the end of their life. And she was clearly excited about general practice. And I wanted some of that. I wanted that variety. I saw that general practice had lots of elements to it, and to be honest, that suits my personality. I'm not somebody who likes to spend all his time focusing on one relatively small issue. I have the wider picture in my mind constantly, and that's a blessing and a curse, I guess, that if you can see the wider picture, you want to do something about everything. It seems a bit trite to suggest that general practice is a vocation, but for me that's how it feels, and so my drive to work in general practice has never been about money or a career or personal advancement or some political goal at the back of my mind. It's always the most important parts of my week are always the one-to-ones with patients across that desk. One of the things I say to people is I'll never want to leave general practice. My last working day will be a day in general practice. It won't be a day sat in an office or at a desk or going to a meeting. It'll be a day where I see some patients and perhaps say goodbye and wish well the patients that I've known for many years, and perhaps recommend my new partner or new salaried doctor that's working with me as somebody they might want to see in the future. So I think it's important to listen, to hear specific issues, and then to have a little think about what wider issues and implications that has. And I enjoy that opportunity to ponder, and I ponder a little, and then I try and work out what the action is. Some problems you can't solve, some things need to be put to one side, and you work out a way with time. But I think always having the ability to look at the bigger picture and to make an effort to do the best by patients and to spend our tax dollars appropriately, I think it's just a very varied experience, and I love it.